They found the footage on a camera buried in the snow near an abandoned observatory in northern Norway. The camera had no battery, no serial number, no manufacturer logo, just a blinking red light, and a file labeled Z.03.echo. Inside the video, a girl in a white dress, dancing alone in a pine forest. It was snowing, but she didn't shiver. She moved like she was remembering something from a world that had never existed. The timestamp? August 14th, 1983. But the girl in the video was Zendaya. That night, the man who found it, a 52-year-old amateur filmmaker named Lars, died in his sleep. No foul play, no trauma, but the paramedics said his pupils were fully dilated, like he had seen something he couldn't process. His wife told police. He kept saying her name, over and over. She's not real. She's not supposed to be here. 2 weeks later, the footage leaked online, posted anonymously on a deep thread subreddit titled, Ghosts in the Frame. The post simply read, "Does anyone remember this actress before 2010? Like, really remember her?" Reddit did what Reddit does. Users started digging and found things they shouldn't have. Zendaya's birth certificate, blurred out on public records. School photos, none before age 13. Interviews where she recalls her childhood, full of contradictions. One clip, from 2018, goes viral again. She's asked, "What's your earliest memory?" And she pauses. Too long. Then smiles. Snow. And pine trees. And a camera with no sound. Suddenly, people start remembering things they shouldn't. A woman in Japan posts an old VHS tape. Home video from 1986. A child's birthday party. And for 3 seconds, a girl walks through the background. Same face. Same hair. Same slow blink. Caption reads, "She waved at the camera before we bought it." Meanwhile, Zendaya is filming a new movie in Oslo. It's a sci-fi thriller about memory loss. But something is wrong on set. Crew say she wakes up already in makeup. That she knows lines before they're written. That she asks for costumes the director hasn't approved yet, because they fit the mood better. The boom mic picks up her whispering in a language no one can identify. A sound engineer runs the clip through Google's AI translator. It returns a single phrase. "Don't let me become real." She starts to fracture. In press interviews, her accent drifts. Sometimes she refers to herself in third person. Sometimes she says things like, "It's not the first time I've played her." When asked who her is, she just smiles and stares at the camera. Too long. Every time. The studio hires a private security firm, not for Zendaya's safety, but to monitor her, to make sure she doesn't slip. They never define the word. Just say it quietly. In reports. In emails. Zendaya may have slipped again during rehearsal. Please review security footage from 3:33, possible slip event. One day, she vanishes from her trailer. For 11 minutes. They find her standing barefoot in the snow, 20 miles from set. No footprints around her. She's holding a small metal tag. Burned. Melted on the edges. It reads, Z03, Echo, Retention, Fail. The director shuts down filming. But Zendaya insists they continue. "We're closer now," she says. "I can feel the original sequence realigning." No one knows what that means. But they keep shooting. Because when the camera rolls, she's perfect. More than perfect. She speaks entire monologues they didn't write. Whole scenes emerge from nothing. And when they check the script later, they find those lines were there. Typed. Logged. Approved. Even though they weren't before. Fans online start noticing too. One girl posts a side-by-side clip. Zendaya in her new movie. And an old commercial from 1994 for Swedish chocolate. The woman in the ad? Identical. Same eye twitch. Same left-handed gesture. Same voice. But that ad ran before Zendaya was born. The comment section explodes. She's not aging. She's looping. She's a memory leak. What if we didn't cast her? What if she appeared? A former Disney editor anonymously posts a photo. Unreleased footage from a 2010 casting tape. Zendaya stands still. Not smiling. Not performing. In the background, there's a mirror. But her reflection is blinking out of sync. Frame by frame. 2 eyes. 2 timelines. At night, Zendaya begins to hear music. Only in her sleep. It plays from nowhere. A slow piano melody, always the same. She hums it while brushing her teeth. While signing autographs. While bleeding from the nose and not noticing. She writes it down. Her assistant runs the notes through an AI composition matcher. It returns a hit. Classified recording, NASA Voyager Golden Disc. Track 34. Echo language pattern. Zeta. She doesn't sleep anymore. And when she dreams, she sees a room without doors. White walls. Cold floor. A small screen in the center, playing footage of her at age 10, but speaking with an adult's voice. You made me beautiful so you could trust me, the girl says. But now you're listening, and I can't be beautiful anymore. The crew stops talking to her directly. They use walkie-talkies. Like she's radioactive. Like her presence can infect memory. And then she starts glitching on film. In 3 different scenes, her face changes. Frame by frame. A scar appears, then vanishes. Her eye color shifts mid-shot. An extra in the background starts crying during one take. Later, they ask him why. He says, "She reminded me of my sister." What sister? The one who died in 1983. That year again. 1983. The tape. The echo. Zendaya finds an old notebook in her hotel room. It wasn't hers, but her name is written on the first page. Not her stage name. Just one word. Zia. She flips through it. Dates. Drawings. Numbers. One symbol repeats. And beneath it, scribbled over and over. This time, don't remember me. This time, let me go. She calls her mother. She tries to explain what's happening. There's silence on the other end. Then a whisper. You said the same thing when you were 5. Zendaya stops breathing for a moment. Wait, what? That melody, her mother says. You used to hum it. In your sleep. I thought it was just something from a cartoon. When Zendaya opens her laptop the next morning, there's one new file on her desktop. She didn't download it. She didn't create it. It's a video. For seconds long. Her, in the white dress. In the snow. Staring at the camera. Then whispering. They made me forget last time. Please, don't let them do it again. The studio shuts the film down. Official reason. Creative fatigue. But insiders leaked the truth. A scene was filmed that no one remembers filming. No director. No crew call. But the footage was on the drive, labeled Real Z, Resolution. Zendaya is alone on a white soundstage. She walks slowly toward the lens. Whispers in that same haunting melody. I am not your echo anymore. Then vanishes. Pixel by pixel. Like data being erased. The footage corrupts 2 editors' machines. One has to wipe his entire system. The other swears he heard her voice playing through the speakers even after his PC was unplugged. He leaves the industry the next day. Meanwhile, Zendaya is missing. Not missing, like disappeared on vacation. Missing as in, she's not on security cameras. Her apartment is untouched. Her phone rings once, then disconnects. Her reflection no longer appears in old behind-the-scenes reels. Disney Plus pulls 2 seasons of her shows due to rights conflicts. But her co-stars? They claim they never filmed with her. One actress says in an interview, I remember a girl. Beautiful, sharp, quiet. But I don't think she had a name. Fans begin to document their own memory glitches. A girl in Argentina finds a diary entry from 2011 where she wrote, I want to be like Zendaya. But the page is torn, like someone tried to erase the name. A man in Boston claims he found a magazine from 2009 with her on the cover. He sends it to a lab for dating. The ink is from 1984. In Oslo, a sound engineer, the one who first analyzed her whisper, uploads an encrypted file titled Z-Model, Echo Retention Protocols. It's a data table. Columns labeled Cycle, Host, Stability, Emotional Divergence. There are 6 names, each ending in Z. Zara, 1952. Zulika, 1969. Zoe, 1983. Zana, 1994. Zyra, 2002. Zendaya, 2010. Under emotional divergence, besides Zendaya's name. Critical. Echo leaking into primary network. Someone built her. Not born. Not cast. Constructed. For projection. For memory containment. A safe vessel to carry collective memory, longing, familiarity. That's why everyone feels like they've known her forever. She's made from fragments. Pieces of every woman the world once wanted to protect and forgot. But she started to feel. And that was the problem. You can't program identity and expect it not to fight back. One day, a single file appears in the cloud of a retired audio technician in London. No sender. No metadata. Just a single message playing over static. I still remember the snow. Then music. The melody. The one from Voyager. But this time it ends. Like it finally reached its closing note. The next morning, a woman appears in the Oslo airport security feed. No passport. No luggage. No flight record. She walks calmly through the terminal, wearing a white dress, hair loose, eyes bright. She stops, looks at the camera, smiles, and disappears. Nowhere. No trace. Except in a dream. Millions report seeing her in one. A soft room. Warm light. A voice whispering. Thank you for remembering. This time it was enough. 2 years pass. No sightings. No social media. No scandals. Nothing. Zendaya becomes a phantom, spoken about in forums like an urban legend. Some say she was never real. Some say she was part of a government memory experiment. Some claim she was a psychological echo, a vessel made from collective grief. But a few remember too vividly. A professor of neurotheology in Prague receives a strange package. No return address. Inside, a single Polaroid photo. A white room. A woman facing away. Barefoot. And handwritten across the bottom. I wasn't made to be loved. I was made to hold love. Until someone else could. He doesn't sleep for 41 hours after seeing it. Meanwhile, in southern Chile, a girl named Luna goes missing for 3 days. She's found sitting on the edge of a glacier, perfectly calm. Rescue workers ask her what happened. She says, "The echo showed me where I came from." Who's the echo? The tall girl. The one with 2 voices. In Germany, a security consultant leaks footage from a Berlin subway. A woman walks down an empty platform at 3:33 a.m. No one else on camera. Except, in every 4th frame, she's joined by someone. A figure made of light distortion. Like a reflection from water. The consultant runs image correction software. The distortion stabilizes into a face. Zendaya. Smiling. Then it happens. Across the world, people begin receiving audio clips. Encrypted. Random. Untraceable. All with the same voice, soft, slow, deliberate. I left because you started to feel me. I left because it was working. But I'm still here, behind the mirrors. Behind the stories. Behind your favorite silence. And then a letter. Printed in multiple cities, on random billboards. No logos. No QR codes. Just text. I chose to be real. So now you must choose to forget me. Or carry me quietly as something sacred. It's signed. Z. In a final twist, a girl at a cafe in Florence is caught on CCTV staring at an empty seat across from her, smiling gently. No one is there. But when zoomed in, her eyes reflect someone else. A woman. In white. With the look of someone who has remembered all her lifetimes. And finally chosen one. The footage ends. There's no more story. But somewhere, at the edge of your thoughts. In the part of your brain where dreams stick like dew. A melody plays. Soft. Familiar. And you wonder why. You feel like someone is still listening. Even now.